Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video, and today we've got a special guest on the channel. I want to introduce Romsy, one of the French content creators. Romsy, how you doing?
Doing great, man. Thank you so much for having me here. It's a big deal for the French community, to have so much attention right now between those crazy scores with clan versus clan and us being able to get on your guys' YouTube channel. So,
For people that don't haven't heard of you or don't know you yet,
mhm.
just give people a kind of a feel for what do you do on a kind of day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
For your
So,
content.
uh, I do videos on Racial Legends. Obviously, I'm one of the first French content creators.
Sure.
It's all in French, unfortunately. Uh, but yeah, I don't have a niche specifically. I just help as many players as I can. That's my goal, and that's what
Yeah.
I've been doing for 2.5 years. So
And you
we
stream as
just
well, do you?
yeah, not as much,
Okay.
because I have a full-time job and a wife. So I don't have I can't spend like 5 hours every weekend, but a
Yeah.
couple of videos every week, and I try to do at least one stream on YouTube. I do them on YouTube, not on Twitch.
Oh, okay.
At least once a week during the weekends. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And you actually live in the US, you were saying. So although
Yes,
your
yes.
content's
So
all French, you generally speak English kind of day to day, do you?
yes, yes. So I learned English, but when I was in France, I went to UK. I went to Oxford actually, since you're from
Oh,
UK.
really?
For 6 months, I learned English there, and then I met my wife in the US, and we've been going back and forth, and now we live in the US. So
Oh,
that's
awesome.
pretty
Awesome.
cool.
So
Yeah,
look, I mean, we've got this big clash of the Titans here.
yeah.
Some people are kind of naming it the Whale Wars. I kind of wanted
Mhm.
to get the real insight into what's going on. Why is there this kind of big rivalry between two French clans, and
Yeah.
how did we get to this position where people? In fact, I'm going to throw it up quickly now, just so people got a feel for the type of level of points that was scored in this clan versus clan fight. So we've got a 61 million from Danger versus 55-ish million from Du Vault, which to give people some context here, me playing the game constantly and but not crazy going for clan v clan, so I don't enjoy it that much as a game mode, but for me playing the game constantly, I normally get something like 180 to 250,000 points. Me.
Yeah.
We got somebody here alone has scored 10 million points.
Yeah.
Most
It's
clans don't
insane.
score more than 6 million points as a top tier clan. One dude has scored 10 million points. So talk us through, where did this kind of rivalry come from?
Yeah. So if you look through the ranking of clans, they I think that both the top French clans, I think Deus, we call it Deus, Deus Omega.
Deuce.
It's
Okay.
Deus number one. The top 17th, I think, and Danger is 38 worldwide. Uh, Now Deus was always kind of the number one French clan, and they had a player in there. His name is Lil Kill. A lot of us know him. He left Deus, and now he's the leader of Danger, of that new clan.
Right, okay.
Uh, and he's been there for a few months, and it's a friendly rivalry. They're not, they all know each other. They all friend, but he went to that clan, and with a lot of big players. They have a I don't know if you know the name Gotaga. He's one of the biggest French streamer.
Yeah,
So
yeah, know
like
the
they
name,
have a
yeah.
lot of yeah. So they have a lot of big players there. But yeah, the rivalry is just trying to beat Deus. Basically.
Sure.
Um,
For some reason, I'm looking
so
at the
yeah.
clan. I'm trying to filter on top French
Hmm.
clans. I don't know what I am doing wrong, actually. Like, just into French, all
Yeah, I've tried,
clans.
but they don't
Doesn't
rank
seem
it.
to filter
Uh,
very. I can't see Deuce. Is it? Sorry, how do I say it? Deuce,
Deus.
I can't see Deuce in here at all. I see Danger at the first one, but I don't see Deuce at all at the
Yeah, I'm
moment,
not.
which is weird.
So if you just do don't filter by anything and just look at clan number 17, you'll
Oh,
find them.
okay, okay, cool.
I don't know why when I tried it, and when I filter by French, they don't show up for whatever reason, even though it says that they're French clan.
Yeah. Oh, I see them now here. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, so from what I understand, talking to somebody else. So I actually had. I'm probably gonna absolutely destroy the name here. Let me just find the message. Jael Ashif.
Yeah. I know him. I struggle with that name too. Honestly, I can't say honestly.
Yeah, and basically they said to me like Danger has only existed for 7 months, whereas
Yes.
Deuce has been around pretty much since the beginning of Raid.
Yes.
So Danger are really kind of coming hard here to try and compete with the #1 French clan.
Yeah.
But yeah, from what I understand, a lot of people were streaming this in the French community. It was kind of a real big deal.
Yeah. So I can give you some details on how they
Yeah,
do
go
all of
for it. Yeah,
that, and it's
let's hear it.
crazy.
So I guess people are going to want to know, is this just a pure whale off, people pulling tons of shards to get to their point scores, or actually is there a bit more of a kind of a depth to this in terms of resource management, and perhaps not just full whale-a-thon?
Yeah. So obviously those clans, a lot of them are going to be big whales in there. So they, uh, to do 10 million, you've spent money. You know, there's
Yeah, yeah,
nowhere
definitely.
there was no spending money, but
But
even
there's a
though
lot of
most of
people
those,
like 4 million, 3 million, 2 million, like
yes,
that's huge amounts of points. That's even
yes,
those are huge amounts
yeah.
of points.
Yeah, I know. When I try to push for my clan, and we are in the second Deus clan,
Yeah,
uh, I do 500K. That's the most I've done, and as
sure.
a free to play without buying anything while the clan versus clan's going,
Yeah.
and it's hard. It's hard for me already to do that. So uh, now
Yeah.
those guys, a lot of those guys are gonna be spending money, but also they kind of knew that was coming, and they kind of knew, okay, eventually we're going to be going against those guys based on previous clan versus clan.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of them have been saving resources a lot, so there's a lot of resource management in it too.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
um, but yeah, like you said, the shards pooling, I mean, if you look at how many gems were used, it's a last little, I know it's in French, that if you have that screenshot pulled up with the
Yeah, I've got
activities.
it here. So it looks like 1 million points worth of gems, pretty much, versus
Yes.
about 400k points, and it's just 1 point per
Yes.
gem, right? So we're talking a
That's
million,
a
a
million
million
claims.
gems.
Yes.
What the
Which is
hell?
crazy. I've
That's such a
just
lot.
I just
It was
can't
like
understand it.
trickling through my brain. I was like, hold on a minute. What does that mean? What does it mean? That's 1 million
Yeah,
gems. Damn, that's so many. Right.
yeah, and that was basically used to buy, the 900 shards pack for the 11
Okay.
blue shards.
Yeah.
And yeah, so a lot of shards open. I asked some question to both clan, because I know IZK is the leader of Deus One. You can see him on the screen. He's like, I think he finished top 2 or whatever.
Yeah. Same. Yeah.
He's a good friend of mine too, and he's a content creator.
Creator
But
as
so
well,
I've
isn't he?
asked
Yeah.
him,
Yeah.
yeah, I asked him a lot of questions, and I asked Lil Kill, the leader of the other clan. Basically, it was using all those gems to open shards, spiders, non-stop spiders, and 3 versus 3, knowing that
Yeah.
most of those guys are gonna be in gold 3 or 4 in 3
Sure.
versus 3 arena. So a lot of points were made that way, and then a lot of points if you look at where is it? There's one that says so the third one from the bottom, it's upgrade gear.
Yes. So
They
11
both
million
both did
points.
11. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, that's a lot. And what they told me is the Mir, the guy who did 10 million, he upgraded about 2,000 artifact by himself,
Wow.
which is
That's
I
mad.
don't know, because I mean,
Because actually, yeah, I
I
mean,
pro-
if you look at this sheet that you've sent through to me, or the kind of
Mhm.
breakdown, there's a lot of points in shards. There's a lot of points, as you say, in
Yep.
spider. Almost 20 million versus 23 million in just beating up spider.
Mhm.
And then you've got, like you say, the 3v3 arena 7 versus 5 million, and artifacts 11 versus 11. The rest of the stuff, really, there's not many points in it,
Now
across the board. But those kind of 4 key areas are what won or lost it, I guess.
yeah. So what they really do is they don't do faction wars, and they don't do clan boss, because you waste so much time doing that.
Sure, which used to be some of
They
the big points, right? Like
Yes,
when it first came
exactly.
out, it
And
was
now you
like,
can
this is
do
what
it.
you should do. Do this, do this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of books. But then what they
Mm.
did, both clan did that, because I'm in one of the clan, and the other clan told me, they did a Discord call for 48 hours. Most of the clan was on the call. And I don't know about Danger, but I know AZK from Deus did a 48-hour stream to
Really?
where
Yeah.
he streamed for 48 hours. He would go to bed for a few hours,
Yeah.
And what they did, they were all running Spider nonstop,
Yeah.
and they were all watching each of the screens so that, and they would, someone would go to bed and someone else would wake up to watch everyone else's screen, and they would call each other if they're using the auto clicker, so the spider
Yeah.
run all night, and they would call each other if the auto clicker stopped, and
What
the
if it
guy would wake
stopped?
up. Yeah, he would wake up and start it again.
Wow.
It's just
Yeah. Yeah.
it's just 48 hours nonstop.
That's crazy.
Nonstop.
That's crazy. So actually, I mean, Spider. So I bet a lot of gems were thrown into energy for Spider as well.
Yeah.
But Spider was actually more points than anything else. More points than even new champions for the clans,
That's
which
a lot
I'm
of
surprised
point.
about. Yeah, that's that, which generates a lot of silver, which then helps you to roll these artifacts up as well.
Exactly.
Wow, that's actually
And that's how
nuts.
they do it.
Yeah,
I believe Spider, and all those guys, we all do Spider 25 in probably, between 15 and 25 seconds.
Yeah.
And you do I think 10,000 energies on Spider. It's 150,000 points because it's 300 point per run or whatever.
Yeah.
So
you
those
think about
guys
how
just
many
burn
runs we've got here? 23 million points worth of Spider.
just nonstop.
Wow, that's disgusting.
Crazy.
Yeah. And you know what's for me, and I'm sure the people here that are not in this type of world of like, whale versus whale, what's really crazy is that all of those resources have gone in. Yeah, it's been a competition and all that type of stuff. It's more about the competition here, but all Deuce got was one banner each. And even the winning clan, Danger, they got like a banner and a ring each.
In the ring, yeah.
Yeah, I got, in my clan, the same as Deuce, and I did 150,000 points,
I know,
so,
same for me.
Yeah, damn.
I got 2 banners
so
from
crazy.
my clan versus clan, and I did, I think, 450,000. That's all I had to do.
Yeah.
We lost, but I still got the same, So,
yeah. Well, it's interesting. There's a couple of clans I think still in the mix that haven't lost ever. Who I guess are gonna this type of thing at the real top is gonna continue to happen, I guess, because it's more of a pride thing. It's more of a money doesn't matter. It's more like we are here to win. But this is really like a raid payday, isn't it? In terms of raid.
Oh yeah.
They're in the board meeting, and it's like, how's clan versus clan doing? Is it performing for us? And the guys are sitting there like chuffed. They're like, this is the best feature we've ever added. Like, people at the top of the game are spending ridiculous resources and money to win a competition, really for very little reward, which is kind of just pulling up the spend levels when it just didn't exist before. It's madness. Yeah, absolutely.
They probably don't care anymore that we literally. Most players probably don't play the game for 2 weeks. I do the bare minimum for 2 weeks, so I save my resources
just
for
save
clan
your
versus
stuff.
clan.
Yeah.
So when those clans do that, it's like, we don't care if people don't play for 2 weeks. They're gonna spend it all in the span of 2 days. So,
yeah. So I've got my free to play account, which I love, but what I don't like is that I don't have to, but I choose to save all of my arena medals and say, and I've got champions that I want to level up, and I'm like, I'm just going to wait until the clan v clan turns up. It's not actually that enjoyable in terms of playing the game, because I want to push these things forward, but the game is so heavily reliant on you managing your resources. Otherwise, you end up with this kind of big bill. It's like, well, if I want the extra stuff for clan v clan, I've got to get it somehow. So you either save resources for clan v clan so that you get all of the milestone rewards and that, or you spend your resources along the way, but then you either pump up with some spending or you miss out.
It's a fine balance to find between, I want to save my resources to get more resources in clan versus clan, or I want to play and progress faster right now, but as a free to play, is it worth it or not?
Yeah, definitely.
It's tough for sure.
So what's the kind of like final words then from Danger to Deuce here? Because obviously Danger, the up and coming clan, if you like, you know, it's only been around 7 months versus Deuce, who's been the big boys in France for a long time. Obviously they've beaten him, and it looks like really when I look through the point scoring, it's pretty even across the board. But Danger just went harder on champion stuff, like 8 million more points in terms of champion acquirement or booking or whatever that is. So yeah, what's the message in France right now?
I mean, I asked Izika and his IZK, and I haven't asked. I mean, Danger, they just won, you know, so they're like
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
But
fair enough.
so I asked IZK, and they're not salty. They don't care. They said just seeing how the clan just came together for 48 hours,
Yeah,
that was a victory to him, you know. So it was like I don't
it's
care
just a
if we
really
lost.
enjoyable kind of fight
Yes,
rather than yeah,
exactly.
I get it.
It's all, once again, it's money involved, but it's really friendly, you know.
Yeah,
They'll, I mean, Danger, most of the clan go and watch my videos, or they watch IZK lives on Twitch, you know.
sure.
So we all kind of know each other, so it's no big deal. Everyone's happy. Yes, Danger has that little number 14 next to the little thing, you know, and Deus is 13 now, the last one.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they're a little salty and they don't want to admit it, but it is what it is, you know.
Well, I'm sure that it probably won't be that long before they face off again at
Uh,
some point, because
Probably
they're
not.
still
Yeah.
going to be the top performing clans, aren't they? So
Yeah.
um, yeah, interesting. Well, look,
It will
Romsy,
happen again.
thank you for coming on and giving the kind of the viewpoint of people actually involved in this community.
Yeah.
It's really kind of interesting to delve into, but it does feel like pretty intense whale wars. That's what it feels like to
It
me.
is.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you
Well,
so much for having me, man.
no worries. Thanks for joining me. I will pin Romsy's YouTube channel down below. Go and check him out. Obviously, it's in French, but if you're able to kind of get involved in that, you should do. But yeah, again, man, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank
Awesome.
you.
See you later.
Bye.